want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nissim Black Show. My beloveds, listen, the saga continues. Unfortunately, sometimes people just don't get it. Who am I talking about? Congressman or Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. I mean, she is under a lot of heat right now because it's just obvious. It's obvious the amount of fraud that's been committed underneath her watch. It's obvious what's going on in her community, in the community that she represents right now. And quite frankly, people are tired of it. People are just tired of it. People are tired of immigrants. People are tired of people who have been abusing the system here. We're tired of the people that's from here that's abusing the system. How much more so would America be interested in putting up with other people, foreigners who come here, who are refugees, who disrespect the country, disrespect openly, speaking about the racism of this country and how awful and how evil it is. And as we have said, then go back home. Here is Ilhan Omar as she is entering into her elevator, and she's asked a few questions about President Trump. Hear what she had to say.
Do you agree with President Trump's assumption that you married your brother to get citizenship?
Wow. Truth bombs. Truth bombs.
Have you begun packing your bags for Somalia yet, Congresswoman Omar?
Not going anywhere.
So you're not?
No, don't waste your energy on me.
Do you have a message for President Trump?
I will be here probably longer than Trump.
Wait, do you have a message for President Trump?
I am like a quarter of his age.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say to
He's
him?
an old man losing his mind. I don't know why he's obsessed with me.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Congresswoman.
Yeah, I hope he gets help.
Thank you.
Shout out to Laura Loomer. Listen, it just is what it is. I mean, there's another clip I want to show you guys of after there was two, unfortunately, Israelis that were gunned down in New York City. And she was approached and asked, did she have anything to say about it? Now, I want you to see this because this is going to set up a lot. And you're going to hear Mark Levine really explain what the real issue is. A lot of these people just think, I don't know why, they think that, it's just... it's just a matter of differences. It's a matter of Palestine. It's a matter, no, the evil and the root of that evil, of where it actually comes from, is much deeper than that. Check out this clip.
Can I get your reaction to the shooting that happened in D.C. last night?
I'm going to go for now.
I'm going to go for now, Mark. Couldn't even say condolences for the family.
Yeah, because she's an Islamist. Let's stop playing games. She's an Islamist.
That's it. She's an Islamist. And this is what it is. Like, quit trying to find some fancy reason for why. I don't know why it is that she would behave that way. I mean, we know why she's behaving that way. Let's not play games.
Who got elected to Congress as part of what Donald Trump calls the enemy within. It's time to take our mittens off and do a reality. She's an Islamist. Tlaib is an Islamist. Bernie Sanders is a Marxist. I dare them to sue me. I dare them to sue me. I will counterclaim. I will get all the information I need. I will expose these people in civil court because they cannot be exposed criminally. I will do it myself if I have to. This is the enemy within. Our media, some of it's bought and paid for, some of it's not, day after day, spewing the Hamas propaganda about casualties. Even Hamas amended the casualties, and they're still spewing the casualties. There are Jews that are still in tunnels in Gaza. Who put them there? Who attacked Israel on October 6th? Free Palestine. They had their own country. It's called Gaza. What they mean by free Palestine is destroy the Jews.
And that's all it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all it is. I'm telling you, this is one big, fat propaganda machine, and being led by people like her, by the foreigners, by her, who come here and take up everything, all the benefits, all of the luxuries, all of the, the education, and then go on to commit crimes and fraud and theft and all type of nonsense. And at the end of the day, still act with a sense of entitlement. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our beloved president, Donald Trump, is tired of it. He's tired of it. I want you to hear what Trump has to say about her and her community, right? Now, don't take this the wrong way. First thing everybody's going to say, oh, he's being racist. Oh, he's being racist, not being. No. If you are coming here, no matter what your color is, and you are coming to the United States of America, and you are bringing a culture that is bringing down the society, then of course he ain't gonna want you there. Listen to what Donald Trump actually had to say. Wait, before you get back to the show, I just want to let you know that we have launched Nissim Black Store. All you have to do is go online, order yourself one of these amazing mugs, God is King, with a matching t-shirt. We have a whole plethora of different shirts that are all about representing God wherever you go. As believers in the one true God of Israel, it is our duty not to hide, not to back down, not to shy away from expressing our faith wherever it is that we go. If you want to go and walk righteously before your God with a nice t-shirt, with a nice sweater, with a mug that's reminding us constantly that God is here with us, go to nissimblack.store and make sure you get yourself some merch. It really helps support this channel and everything that we're doing and everything that we plan to do. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. I thank you all for all of your support. Okay, back to the show.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't.
It's just so straight. Trump is just such a straight shooter, man. He's a straight shooter. He's on his last few years. He ain't got no reason to go. I'm talking about of his presidency. Also, too, he's up there in age. Also, too, you know what they say? Once you get up there in age, you just stop caring about what you have to say, what people say. If it's PC, it's PC. He ain't going for it. He ain't going for it.
I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage.
Wow. Trump has said it. She's garbage. And the fact of the matter is, and this has nothing to do with race and all that, or she's a woman, she's a refugee, she is garbage. She is the epitome of that. If you feel the way that you feel about America, and as we have shown in previous clips, and you have that affection and love for Somalia, that only just shows more that you should actually be in the birthplace, in your birthplace, and your homeland. Go back. Go back.
Garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing but, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that one needs any commentary. I think Trump said what he said, and I think that he meant what he said. And it's so true. Listen, if you're going to come and you're going to complain and you have no intention to build up the society, to build up the country, then why would anybody ever feel any type of welcoming spirit towards you? Why would they feel that way? Of course they're not going to. Not when you're rejecting the culture, not when you're defrauding the system. That's not, there's going to be no welcoming. And then at the end of that, like he said, go here and complain. Not to mention the crimes that are being committed, right? The imposing and pushing of Sharia law, a law and a belief system that is contrary to the laws of the United States. It just doesn't work. Again, my favorite from the Trump administration also weighed in on this, Marco Rubio. Hear what he has to say.
Radical Islamic movements in the world identify the West writ large, but the United States in particular, as the greatest evil on the earth. And every chance to have the notion that somehow radical Islam would be comfortable with simply controlling some province in Iraq or Syria is just not borne out by history. Radical Islam has shown that their desire is not simply to occupy one part of the world and be happy with their own little caliphate. They want to expand. It's revolutionary in its nature. It seeks to expand and control more territories and more people. And radical Islam has designs openly on the West. On the United States, on Europe, we've seen that progress there as well. And they are prepared to conduct acts of terrorism. In the case of Iran, nation-state actions, assassinations, murders, you name it, whatever.
What happened when we could just say this openly and we didn't have to hide? I didn't have to worry about being Islamophobia or whatever the case is. What happened to the good old days? Right? We remember when the Tucker Carlsons of the yesterday spoke like this, right? And even Candace and all. I'm telling you, something is up. Something is up. That I feel that people have literally been planted. And I'm not gonna go in down some rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. I could just say what I'm saying, and we're gonna move on. And I'm gonna deal with what's in front of me. But I will not stop from saying that there had to have been some type of something that these plants, these people are now literally trying their hardest. Hopefully they don't succeed to shred the Republican Party. I'm sorry for digressing, but I mean, he's just saying, common sense. It's a beautiful symphony.
It takes for them to gain their influence and ultimately their domination of different cultures and societies. That's a clear and imminent threat to the world and to the broader West, but especially to the United States, who they identify as the chief source of evil on the planet.
Remember that. Yes, Iran, all of these. That who's the little Satan? Israel's the little Satan, but the big Satan is the United States. So all of you isolationist, American first, all these other people, we're fighting Israel's wars or whatever. Remember this. Israel is just on the front line. They got to deal with these people because we're already in the region of the hostility. And that's the main reason why Israel is fighting these things head on. However, America, do not forget, you by them are considered the big Satan. You are the ultimate trophy, and you are the ultimate one they want to subdue and to be victorious over. It's you. So miss me with all that, American isolationist, American first, and all that. Recognize who your enemies are.
Okay, the reason why they hate the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the leadership of the UAE, of Bahrain, is because they've allowed the United States to partner with them. That's why they hate them. They consider them infidels for it. They hate Israel. But they also hate America. And they hate anywhere in the world that we have influence. They seek to attack it, including here in the homeland. If you look at the domestic terrorists, at the attacks that have happened here domestically, the overwhelming majority of them have been inspired by radical Islamic viewpoints. And that includes the shooting in the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. That includes the Saudi pilot in Pensacola, my home state, 2 attacks.
It includes all of it. Seen what just happened, like you said, in D.C. the other day. That is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And this is just, it's one thing, to hear this from President Trump, to hear this from Rubio, that's one thing. But then when you hear from the people, that's another thing. I'm going to play for you guys this clip that literally, when I saw it, I hope I don't cry now. I literally teared up. And I'm not going to lie, I start crying. And it was hard for me to see this man with this sincerity of responding to Ilhan Omar and her rhetoric and her nonsense that she spews on the daily. It is just, it's so hard to see this. And seeing it helped me to remember the humanity, right? We get caught up in the midst of everything that's going on right now. We forget sometimes that we are human, and not just human. We are made B'Tselem Elohim. We are made in the image of God. We are God's children. We are God's babies. That's what we are. And whenever we don't see each other that way, whenever we our vision is blocked, the godly vision is blocked. I'm not gonna go there, but it was so hard for me to hear what this man said, and I want all of you guys to see this, and it's coming for me from emotional to see a veteran, to see all of what these people went through, and the hoax of being overseas and what it was, and then to think you were fighting for something, and then only to get back to the United States, and a few years later, that enemy that you were fighting over there is now here. It is just, it's sad.
I just got done listening to Ilhan Omar talk about how horrible and terrible and dirty and everything else that this country is. Denigrating this country, denigrating half of the people in it. This country has been very kind, benevolent, and gracious to her and countless others. We gave her asylum. We gave her a place to live. We gave her an education. We gave her a pathway to become a sitting United States congressman. But to me, it goes deeper than that. See, I'm an Iraq and Afghanistan veteran. I was 22 years old when those planes flew into those buildings, and me and thousands of other young men across this country answered the call to go over there and combat this evil that was on our shores, that had finally hit us. And what we were told over and over again is that we go over there and we fight them over there, we will not have to fight them here. And now here we are. We're retired. We're out. We're ready to start pursuing a life of our own. And what does this country do to that enemy that we went over there and we fought to keep over there because that's what we were told? We kissed our families goodbye. I watched my wife cry while I got on that bus to go to the airport or go to the airfield. I watched my son cry because he didn't know if or when he was going to see me again. And then I come home. I've been retired for 8 years. And I come home and what are we seeing? We're seeing entire communities being taken over by the very people that we fought to keep off of our shores. Dearborn Mission is completely freaking taken over. Now we have mosques in Minnesota, Texas, Missouri, all over the country, promoting Sharia law. Do we really have to tell people that Sharia law is incompatible with the United States Constitution? We were told that if we fought them over there, we would not have to fight them here. But what do we have? What did you do? You elected it mayor of New York. You gave it Senate seats in Minnesota. Now I want you to turn around. I want you to find an Iraq and Afghanistan veteran somewhere around you, and I want you to look them in the eye and tell them why they should not feel betrayed. Do it. I dare you.
Wow. And it's just so powerful. I mean, that hit me to my heart. Listen, if it don't hit you in your heart, you may not truly be American. I mean, wow. I remember the day. I remember the day that the planes went through. I remember it. I was a ninth grader in high school. And it shook me up. It shook us up. And unfortunately, not only was I there, I was in America. I wasn't in New York, but I was in America for 9/11. I was here in Israel on October 7th. People forget. This is not a game. We are dealing with evil, and it can wear suits and hijabs and smile and cheese at us. It could do all these many different things, but a jihadist is a jihadist. Now, I'm sure there are peaceful Muslims. I'm sure there, and unfortunately, this is just the reality. Is that this is what happens when you come to a place, and instead of integrating your culture, you try to change that culture. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember always to serve God or to live trying. I'm out. I don't have to tell you that in our fast-paced lives, we rarely stop to just breathe, to reconnect ourselves with Hashem and with our purpose. And that's why I'm really excited to tell you about Kavana, an incredible new app that helps bring mindfulness and Jewish spirituality into everyday life. It's filled with guided meditations, music, sleep stories, quick 1-minute pauses, and daily inspiration, all designed to help you live with more Kavana, with more intention, more presence, and more meaning. And right here on the Kavana app, I'll be releasing a brand new guided Heat Buddha series, a powerful journey into personal prayer and connection with the Creator. So go download the Kavana app today, sign up, and join me for the course.